It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, it is. It is your feel-good breakfast show here on S3, and we're crossing live to Johannesburg right now.
Yes, we are. We're going to learn about the grit you learn in sport and how you keep it throughout your life. And Tobiso standing by to show us all about it. Let's check it out.
A very good morning to you, family. Welcome to it. Uncle Tabsy on the road once again. And this morning I'm coming to you live from the Mall of Africa out in Johannesburg in Midrand. And you can see I'm in the middle of an empty soccer field. Jersey number 10, usually scoring goals, but today that's not what I'm doing. We're talking about determination. We're talking about teamwork, tenacity, and endurance. Those are some of the skills, very important life skills that children need in order to get ahead in life. They get to learn these when they engage in sports. Yes, they grow and develop physically and mentally as well, but they also learn those critical skills that help them, I suppose, approach life with the need and the desire to always try and be the best that they can be. But sadly, we know what's happened with the COVID-19 pandemic. So many of the kids in the country have missed out on that opportunity because of all the suspension to contact sports that we've seen happening. And we need to understand where to next and what needs to happen, especially with schools resuming contact sports. And here to tell us all about it is the Corporate Affairs and Communications Director for Nestlé South Africa. It's St. Francis Tolang. St. Francis, so good to see you.
Hi.
We're standing 2 meters apart. I'm pretty comfortable now. I've taken my mask off. If you're comfortable, you're free to take yours off as well.
Sure. Thank you so much, Tobiso.
A very good morning to you, St. Francis. So good to see you. This is a very big message that we're sending out here. Yes, we know how important sport is for children in order to help them develop physically and mentally as well. But we know that as a brand, Nestlé South Africa has also committed to ensuring that we're teaching children from a really early age the importance of this. Why is that important to you guys?
Yes, so Nestlé MILO as a brand, Tobiso, really recognizes the role that sports plays in ensuring the healthy development of children. And so through physical activity and exercise, we know that, as you mentioned, lifelong habits are formed. So sport plays a very important role in shaping those habits. Yeah. The physical benefits of sports and physical activity are endless. So we know that children that are physically active are able to build healthy muscles, joints, and bones, which in many ways is part of their endurance and resilience from a body perspective. We also know that children that are active and that exercise are able to reduce the risk of severe disease later on in life. So the likes of diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease. But over and beyond that, Tobiso, I think more importantly, the mental health and behavioral traits that sports is able to inculcate is absolutely fantastic. And so that is why, from a brand perspective, we believe that sports is so important.
Well, St. Francis, this morning, you and I find ourselves, you are not in an office, I'm not in studio where I usually do the show from. We are at the Mall of Africa in the middle of a soccer field. But St. Francis, it's empty. Yes, I know that usually you're kicking and scoring, but you're trying to say something to people out here today. What message are you trying to get across?
Yes, indeed, it is an empty sports field, Tobiso.
Sadly. Where's the balls?
And you're right, it is a symbolic representation of the disruption that COVID-19 has caused, not only within our communities, but particularly the sports activities in schools and school-aged children. Why is this important, and why do we want to have a point of view and a say? Well, we know that the disruption in many ways has led to a movement of online in terms of schooling, the disruption of the sporting calendar. And so because we recognize the importance of sports and physical activity, we want to encourage parents to make sure that they themselves are still encouraging their children to keep active for the benefits that we highlighted earlier. So could be in the backyard, could be with mum taking a walk, it could just be finding those opportunities, not necessarily contact sport, because we understand why the restrictions that are in place are there to safeguard the safety and health of children.
Let me put a smile on your face this morning, St. Francis. I'm going to say the word, wait for it, grit. That word, yes, look at you. You come alive when you hear that, right? I mean, I heard and I thought, that's the word I've been looking for on this beautiful Friday morning. What does grit define, and why is it so close to your heart as a brand?
I mean, you're right. I get very excited when we talk about grit because grit is about perseverance, it's about determination, it's about resilience, it's about endurance. In fact, a very well-known psychologist says that grit is the ability to see through an action or a goal. Now, those are the values that as MILO, a brand, Nestle MILO, we encourage. Those are the ethos and the behaviors that we want to encourage. We champion those values. And so when we talk about grit, the grit you learn in sport, you keep for life. And I think back to, being a youngster, waking up in the mornings. I was a cross-country runner, as you can tell. And, that determination and every day being dedicated has translated into a value that I hold dear in life. So that is why grit is so important to us. It's a value that we absolutely champion as Nestle MILO.
Well, let's leave everyone at home with something to really just hang on to here this morning. Yes, grit is one of those things, and it's an important one. But child nutrition is a very important one for you as Nestle MILO. Why?
Yes, so Nestle as a company is a nutrition, health and wellness company. And so how do we deliver that? We deliver that through our brands. So from a nutrition perspective, we remain committed through innovations to our products such as Active Go, which includes 6 different vitamins and minerals, and 3 minerals. And so from a nutrition perspective, we are fully committed, and we believe that sport is a perfect partner to child nutrition and physical activity, and that's why we're here today encouraging physical activity while having a product that we believe also delivers on that.
I love to hear it. I absolutely love to hear it. Well, listen, you've been bragging now this whole morning, even before we went on air, about your cross-country magic. I'm going to challenge you to a cross-mall and to cross-parking lot challenge. But there you have it, South Africa. The message is loud and clear. The lessons that children do get to learn at an early age, especially through contact sports or just living actively, they really do play such an important role in building and shaping the types of people that they become. It's all about setting goals and seeing those goals through, and we really are able to see that in the magic of sports. So today and all the days going forward, encourage your children, and if you're watching, children, be like Uncle Saint and get active and have great. Yeah, man. I love it. Are you ready to grit?
Nestle MILO presents. Thank you for making me who I am.